My dear friends, today I have to tell you a super melodramatic and addictive drama about a wealthy family's love affair. The plot is full of ups and downs, and the twists and turns are more exciting than a roller coaster. I guarantee that you will not be able to stop watching it. At the beginning of the story, the heroine Madison encountered a bolt from the blue. The doctor told her seriously, "Ms. Madison, I'm sorry to tell you that you have advanced gastric cancer." This news was like a bomb, which made Madison dizzy. She felt so bitter that she couldn't help crying to the hero Hunter. "Hunter, can you believe it? I'm going to die." But Hunter was like a wooden man with an indifferent expression and seemed to have no reaction to Madison's pain. Madison and Hunter's marriage is also full of bizarre. In order to save Andrea, Hunter forced Madison to marry him and signed a contract. Madison thought that she was going to die anyway, so she might as well marry him and save someone's life. Who knew that this marriage would lead her into an endless abyss? After marriage, Hunter ignored Madison and only had Andrea in his eyes. Every time Andrea was sick and needed a blood transfusion, Madison had to donate blood obediently, like a blood supply machine. Madison felt wrong, and she also longed for Hunter to care about her more, even if it was only a little bit. She asked Hunter countless times, "If I leave one day, will you miss me?" But Hunter was indifferent every time, which made Madison's heart colder and colder. Once, Andrea was sick again, and Hunter took Madison to the hospital for a blood transfusion. Madison was already in poor health, and she was in a bad mood. She almost fainted during the transfusion. The nurse couldn't stand it anymore and reminded Hunter, "Mr. Hunter, I think your wife has anemia. We should stop it." But Hunter acted as if he didn't hear it and said, "No, it's okay. She's doing well. Do we have enough blood?" Madison was lying on the hospital bed, her heart full of despair. She couldn't help thinking, "If you could care about me half as much as you care about Andrea." As time went by, Madison's condition became worse and worse. She often had stomach pains that made her unable to straighten her back, but Hunter thought she was faking it. Once, Madison rolled on the bed in pain, but Hunter not only refused to comfort her, but also said impatiently, "Are you faking it again? Because I won't take you to the hospital soon." Madison was really miserable. She felt like an outsider in this family, and Hunter didn't care about her life or death at all. Madison's father was not a worry-free person. He came to Madison every other day to ask for money, saying that there was a very interesting project, and if she invested $1.5 million, she could become a shareholder and enjoy annual dividends, and he would not bother her again in the future. Although Madison was skeptical, she softened her heart because he was her father after all. She asked her father to bring the documents to her, but her father left cursing and said he would send the documents to her secretary. Madison's best friend Vince is a true friend. After he knew Madison had cancer, he kept urging her to actively seek treatment. Vince said distressedly, "Madison, you can't give up. Although chemotherapy and hospital care are painful, there is still hope. You are still young and the survival rate will be very high." But Madison was very pessimistic. She felt that she was already terminally ill and chemotherapy would only make her more painful. It would be better for her to die peacefully. She said to Vince, "Vince, a 6% survival rate is hopeless for me. This is the 4th stage. I would rather die peacefully than do so much chemotherapy and radiotherapy." Madison's condition became more and more serious, and she began to think about her own death. She found a lawyer and wanted to leave the company to Hunter, but she was worried that Hunter would bankrupt company. She was very conflicted. On the one hand, she still loved Hunter and hoped that he could live a good life. On the other hand, she was afraid that the company would be ruined if it fell into Hunter's hands. In the end, she decided to let the lawyer write a will and leave the company to Hunter, but she was a little unwilling. Hunter, on his part, was still very cold towards Madison. One day, Madison couldn't stand it anymore and asked for a divorce. Hunter got anxious when he heard that. He suspected that Madison had a lover and said viciously, "You've had enough of all the nonsense." "Well, my patience is exhausted. I don't want people to take my blood anytime Andrea needs it." "That's what you want to hear. Or like you think I have a lover. Maybe not just others. I bet you slept with the whole football team while I was away. Tell me how it." Madison was angry and sad and retorted, "Let me tell you, it feels really good. Now I understand why you would rather fool around with Andrea than go home." The two quarreled fiercely, and neither of them gave in. This time, Madison's father got into trouble. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison for financial fraud. Madison thought Hunter must be involved in this matter. She angrily accused Hunter, framed him. Hunter denied it, and the two had another big fight. Madison was sad and helpless. She didn't know who to believe. She felt that her life was simply a nightmare. Her father was in prison, her husband treated her badly, and she was suffering from a terminal illness. She couldn't live like this. Madison's condition became more and more critical, and she needed surgery immediately. Hunter then realized that Madison was really seriously ill, and he began to regret his previous indifference to Madison. Outside the operating room, Hunter waited anxiously, and he kept blaming himself in his heart. "Why am I such a bastard? I didn't realize that Madison was so seriously ill, and I always misunderstood her and treated her so badly." The operation was successful, and Madison was out of danger, but she still needed a long time to recover. While Madison was in the hospital, Hunter began to reform his behavior. He found that he had actually gotten used to Madison being around and had developed feelings for her without realizing it. He thought of everything Madison had done for him, and although he had always ignored it before, he felt guilty when he thought about it now. now. He decided to take good care of Madison and make up for his previous mistake. But just as Madison was recovering, another big thing happened. Madison's father committed suicide. Madison was heartbroken, and she blamed Hunter for everything. Cried and said to Hunter, "You killed my father. I will never forgive you." Hunter had no way to defend himself. He really didn't say anything to Madison's father, but Madison didn't listen to his explanation at all. Madison fell into deep pain, and she felt that her world had completely collapsed. Later, Madison found out that she was pregnant. This was originally good news, but she was in a dilemma. She was in poor health and had been taking cancer treatment drugs. She didn't know whether she could have a child or whether she could live to give birth to the child. She went to the hospital to consult a doctor who suggested that she discuss it with her husband. Madison was very confused and didn't know how to tell Hunter about this. Hunter also found that Madison's recent behavior was a little strange, so he began to investigate Madison. This investigation revealed many amazing secrets. He found that the person who saved him 6 years ago was not Andrea, but Madison. He almost fell that year, and he always thought that Andrea saved him, but the surveillance video showed that the person who grabbed him from behind looked very much like Madison. Moreover, Madison lived in an orphanage 2 years when she was a child. Her parents also had an adopted son named Damon, who was kidnapped 10 years ago. In order to save her, Damon changed into her clothes to help her escape, but he disappeared in the end. Hunter felt very upset after knowing the truth. He felt that he had always misunderstood Madison and treated her unfairly. He decided to find Madison, apologize to her, and ask for her forgiveness. But at this moment, Madison was kidnapped by Travis Adrian.
Get her in the van.
Hi there. Look at you.
Who are you? Why did you take me here? Don't touch me!
Oh, now don't look at me like that. You're gonna get me all excited. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I gotta do this. But you know, you should blame Hunter Williams. Because he's the one who got you into this.
Andrea sent you here, didn't she?
That's right, smartass. But I'm a man of my word. So I'm gonna tell you why your father killed himself. Andrea. She showed him a clip of Hunter abusing you, and you should have seen his face. That old man can cry.
He must have felt guilty for everything he put you through.
Andrea, I'm gonna kill you!
Hey, easy. Easy. I'll take you to him, okay? Very soon.
Addie?
Austin? What are you doing here?
Cut the crap! I know this is Damon Williams, adopted son of the Williams family.
Addie, I'm sorry, I can't take you home this time.
You could have some of my biscuits. They always cheer me up.
Addie! Can I call you Addie?
Addie, don't worry, it doesn't hurt.
It's okay. It's okay. Austin, I'm sorry. I'll see you in the next life. Hunter, if I could start all over again, I wish I had never met you. I've wanted you to love me for so long.
Madison in order to be with Hunter. Travis took Madison to a place and proudly told her that Andrea sent him there. He also said that Andrea showed Madison's father the clip of Hunter abusing her, which led to her father's suicide. Madison was angry and resentful. She didn't expect Andrea to be so cruel. Just when Travis was about to attack Madison, Hunter arrived in time. Hunter and Travis had a fierce fight. Hunter was injured in order to save Madison, but he did not back down. In the end, Hunter successfully subdued Travis and rescued Madison. Madison felt distressed and moved when she saw the injured Hunter. Hunter. She found that she still loved Hunter. After this series of events, the relationship between Madison and Hunter has changed a lot. Hunter completely understood the importance of Madison, and he confessed to Madison, "Madison, I love you. I was wrong before. I misunderstood you, and I will treat you well in the future." Although Madison was still a little hesitant, she chose to forgive him when she saw Hunter's sincere eyes. The two decided to start over, face the future together. Madison also decided to actively treat cancer for herself and the baby in her belly. Hunter accompanied Madison to seek medical treatment and gave her encouragement and support. With Hunter's company, Madison's condition gradually stabilized. Later, Madison gave birth to a child smoothly. Family lived a happy life. Andrea received punishment she deserved for her jealousy and selfishness. With the help of Hunter, Madison's company gradually recovered. After going through so many ups and downs, Madison and Hunter finally understood each other's feelings, and their feelings became stronger family members. This drama is so wonderful. The love, family affection, friendship, and various conspiracies and reversals in it make people cry and laugh. From Madison's despair of being misdiagnosed with cancer to the quarrels and misunderstandings with Hunter, final truth coming out and the two reconciling, every plot is heartbreaking. Just like in our lives, we will encounter all kinds of difficulties and setbacks, but as long as we don't give up and stick to it, there will always be a happy ending. I hope everyone can get some inspiration from this drama. Cherish the people around them. Face the challenges in life bravely. Family members who like commentary of this drama, forget to like, follow, forward it. See you next time.